Welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze, your go-to podcast for business, entrepreneurship, and life stories. Are you sitting on the couch of being a nobody? You're probably a nobody, but we're here to inspire you. We're here to get you motivated. We're here to make all your dreams come true. The only thing you got to do is get up off the fucking couch. In studio today, we got your host every fucking week, Manny Fresh, my co-host Sean Febre, and in studio today, we got the fucking rainmakers of golf. We got former Korn Ferry Tour pro, fucking Brad Brunner. How we doing, Brad?
Good. Let's go.
And then we got Mr. Panda Express. He'll tell you how to fucking fix your golf swing in 2 seconds. Mr. Panda over here, zero handicap scratch golfer. He'll teach you how to go from a loser to a winner with your swing. Watch his YouTube videos because you might not be great. Here we go.
Well, let's start with how much vodka is in that glass.
Oh, it's all water.
It's all water.
Yeah.
It's all clear.
So how we doing, Panda?
Just a big
Good, how are
cube.
you?
Good, man. Doing good. So before we even got on stew, we were talking about the YouTube trap. What's this YouTube trap that we're talking about here where a lot of golfers out there,
Like yourself.
yeah, like myself, where, you look at YouTube for everything. Is that the right thing to do? Is that like somewhere to start? What do you guys think on your opinion when it comes to learning how to play golf?
Well, how do you think it's helped you?
Fair enough.
Hey, how do we do yesterday in the playoff?
All right, guys, this is the second fucking pod that I've had to hear this shit, okay? Obviously, my hands were sweaty. But, I mean, I look at a lot of videos on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I mean,
clearly.
Panda had some good ones, so you can't say they're all bad. But,
That's true.
But,
So
I mean,
which ones were the bad ones?
I mean,
His or the other ones?
do you think you get some good knowledge out of it, or do you think you mix and cross your
I think there's a lot of good information on YouTube,
Yeah.
but the problem is what pertains to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own golf swing. That's the way it is. Mobility, skill level, athleticism, but we're talking technical stuff. Like, I think people just go and look on YouTube like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to try it. And it could be the last thing they need to do. Might get lucky and it works. It maybe was something you needed, but unless you can filter the information well, then it's mostly going to be bad.
Yeah. And
So- Is that why you need actually to go to a coaching school or an academy in order for your instructor to navigate through the minutia of YouTube and say, hey, this is a good idea for you. This is a bad idea for you. Don't believe everything you see on YouTube.
And the most important thing that I forgot to say is that they also own A2P Academy, and they're fucking
Yes.
teaching the youth fundamentals, and then also other youths that are actually striving for higher professional.
Youth to professionals, man.
Yeah, youth to professionals.
Youth-
So, I mean, this is an academy that's all inclusive for you to build your game and get it to the next level, or just learn the fundamentals. So we got a really good sense of knowledge here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and would you, I don't know if this is a myth, but a lot of people say that starts with the core and breathing when you're striking the golf ball. Do you guys feel like that's pretty accurate, or is that bullshit?
What do you think, Panda? I have an opinion, but what do you got?
That it starts with, I think it's important to have a good core if you want to be like an actual good golfer. But I think as far as what you want your kind of trigger thought move to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It starts with the core. You do need to have, you do want to be kind of in control of your breathing and your emotions and stuff. It's a game in which you want to kind of remain level headed and smooth.
So is it like breathing in when you're going back and then out when you're swinging, or is it just like overall just controlling the breathing throughout the swing?
I would say overall just controlling the breathing
Yeah.
throughout
See,
the swing.
I think you're overthinking it
Yeah,
already.
that's a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
I've never really
You
thought
already
about
fucked
where
it
I'm
up.
going
Well,
to
that's because somebody freaking told me about that. They're like, oh, this guy's even talking about the breathing and then, like while
I
you're
didn't
swinging.
even know there was breathing in golf,
Yeah.
man.
The only thing breathing
get out
I've
there
heard
and
from
hit.
anybody
like
was
sniper.
a long drive guy.
Yeah.
And he talks about,
Screaming.
because ideally the less tension you have, the more, if you start having tension, you're taking away mobility for the most part. So they're looking for like maximum stretch,
Do that again.
tension.
Just a couple more times.
That's how you loosen it. That's how you loosen
Damn
the tension.
Oh,
for sure.
it is- that looked
Wow.
intentional.
Release the stress. But he would say he would take he would take a breath as he's walking in and release it, and then he would start his swing. But it's not like that would be absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It's not like you're lifting weights, right? Because when you're lifting
Right,
weights, you're going
yes.
inhaling, exhaling. I mean, it's not the same exact thing.
Right.
And when you guys said core, when you mentioned core, were you talking about this?
Yeah.
Like
the power
core
pod.
muscle? So how did John Daly do it when that guy had a core that was
It's underneath it.
It's
Yeah,
underneath it.
something
Everybody has
underneath
a core.
it.
He was just hiding it.
It's hiding it.
Always had a 6-pack, but not. You couldn't see it.
Right,
usually.
man.
Yeah, I mean, fuck you. When it comes to the academy and teaching the youth, I mean, where are you guys starting off when it comes to teaching somebody who wants to learn how to play golf, has swung the club a couple of times? Like, where's the fundamentals starting when it comes to the youth?
I mean, we have a couple different programs. So it's like we have our Operation 36, which is really beginner, trying to get them to have fun. Ages 5 to 12. Generally, they come once a week on Tuesdays or Thursdays, 5 to 6. And they play a 9-hole match every other Sunday. But like for them,
Oh, that's cool.
they're trying to get them to have fun, and it's all built around the short game, which at the academy we believe strongly in, of having a really solid short game. I mean, you see pros on TV, there's guys that will shoot 67 and only hit 9 greens. Like, if you can't get up and down, they wouldn't be shooting those scores. They'd be just a scratch.
Yeah.
Nothing against a scratch. but
Wow.
I'm saying.
So what's outside of a scratch then? So you got your over handicappers, you got your scratches, and your plus. What do you call people that are plus golfers?
We said it plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Just plus, that's it.
Plus,
Yeah.
whatever. When Tiger was playing, what they said he was probably close to a plus 10.
Yeah.
Holy.
Like
Yeah.
2000, he was like
Yeah,
plus
early.
9, plus 10 if
Yeah,
you do
which
it.
is wild.
What are you right now?
I can't. Who are you looking at with those sunglasses?
You.
I don't know. Here,
I'm looking at Monopoly Man.
I'm a plus 6.5. Is my handicap.
Holy shit.
So, for example, Panda is a 0. He's a scratch.
0.0?
Like 0.2 right now.
Oh,
but,
God,
you know,
he's
it
not a
ebbs and
scratch
flows.
So even in those situations, I still fight to not give him his full shots because it's tough to compete. So I'd have to give him probably 6 shots. Right?
Wow.
That's what it comes out to.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
We'll do a couple different things.
Yeah.
The real fun one is plus money. That's the one I like. Like,
What is
he doesn't have to give me 6, but it's like my 20 to his 40. That's a good one. That's a good way to do it.
So then you guys play straight up on those, right?
No, he's still going to give me like 1.
And
Just
do,
less shots. But
He's
he
just
has
going to give
better
me
odds.
less.
do you beat him ever?
I've gotten some money off Brad, but
He beat me not long ago, actually. He was pretty proud of that. I don't blame him.
I think straight up I've only beat Brad once.
Out of 10, 20, 30
There was a day
rounds?
at Carrollwood where he had like 73 and I had 72. He might not remember that,
Oh,
but
wow.
I do.
that memory's gone.
I hold on to that one.
Oh, that's
And it was probably what, Cypress Pine?
It goes Cypress to Pine. It was like cold and half rainy and
Somebody
shitty.
remembers.
Yeah.
Because it's the only time he's beating you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Brad's like, yeah, I got about 0 of those stories.
Did you guys watch the Open, obviously? Right?
Brad didn't.
I didn't really watch it.
No way.
No.
Payne, did you watch it?
Yeah, I'm a full blown golf sicko. Like, I'm going to watch everything.
Bro, who did you think going into that tournament was actually going to win? Did you actually think Xander Schauffele had a chance? Well, of course he had a chance. He was a major winner this season. But did you think that playing links golf, he actually had a chance to win over, Scotty Scheffler, who it seemed like he almost wanted to get into the pack, but his putting kind of left him astray? Because didn't he 4-putt one of the holes in the final round?
Yeah, I mean, he's never really leading the field in strokes gained putting. I think before the tournament, I actually did kind of think Shane Lowry. I don't know that I
Me
really
too.
thought Xander. I think it'd be cool if Shane Lowry was just like king of the Open. And he won the Zurich this year, so he's actually playing pretty well. But it's just a different style of golf. I think Xander's just to the point where he's like really locked in. He could probably play wherever. He could play Plantation Palms, Royal Troon,
We would fuck him up.
this, that, or the other.
That's our place. That's
Yeah.
A2P, baby.
Hey, actually, you know what? If a pro golfer actually went to Plantation Palms, one of the current PGA Tour, ranked inside, say, the top 25, what's the course record there? Don't you hold it?
I
That's the
don't
babe.
think so. We got the babe.
Yeah, the babe.
I don't. I feel like the course record might be 62 from some guy that used to play professionally. He plays men's games. I don't know.
You think if one of these pros from the PGA came in, top 25 ranked OWGR, do you think they'd be able to break that record?
I mean, if you put all of them out there on one day,
Yeah,
somebody would probably.
because it's not a hard golf course, right?
No, I mean, it just comes down to putting at that point. I mean, you can get, there's good holes out there. I mean, like we were talking about, you don't think number 7's that tough, but 7 from the back tee, back pin is like almost 240 into the wind.
Oh,
We've seen it playing 260.
It's like
I don't play
half
from the
island.
back.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's probably, I would say when it's like that, it's probably one of the hardest par 3s in Tampa.
No shit.
What do you think?
Yeah. I hit 5-wood on it, and like every time.
Have you played
nowhere to
at
miss
Heritage
either.
Isles? It's number. It's
Are we talking about the goat track again?
It's not a go track, bro.
That's your home course, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So number
Got
13.
property on it?
Yeah, I own. It's not the goat track. I don't know why you call it the goat track, bro.
Says Heritage Isle.
So no, but number 13 is a 225-yard par 3, and it's over the water on the left, houses on both sides, and there's no fairway to hit if you come up short. You're either on the green, over the green, or in a bunker. I mean, have you guys played that play? I know you guys have played it.
I've never played it.
Really?
As much golf as I played in Tampa.
I played it, I think, once. Yeah.
I think I did a petting like zoo or something there.
What
Yeah,
golf
the
course do you
goats.
live on?
Fox
In
Hollow.
Newport
Let
Richie.
that go.
Do you live on the golf course?
No.
Okay, exactly right.
I live on a pond.
It's a nice trailer on a pond.
It's a double wide.
Brotherly love.
No, I mean, when it comes to golf, I mean, what do you think about it? I know it's physical, but how much does the mental play into it?
Massively.
Massively, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep your composure? And I think I ask this to a lot of golfers. How do you keep your composure
Adderall.
after a bad hole?
I don't know.
Mostly maturity.
Maturity, yeah.
I mean, that's why it's always impressive when you get the young kids
Yeah.
coming out like
Miles
Ludwig,
Russell.
Aberg. Oh, is it Oberg or Aberg?
Oberg.
I think he
Yeah.
likes it Oberg.
Sorry, Ludwig.
Or Obear.
Oberg.
No bear.
But it's always impressive to me that they can be so mature, especially in a golf mindset, and to play as well as they do, because it takes a lot of discipline and maturity to play at least at that level, on top of technical skill. But I think even on tour, I mean, it could easily be argued that there's guys that probably have more ability that just don't maximize it based on their mentality, and their just approach. Like, it just takes a whole lot to be, if we're talking like the best of the best, top 10 in the world. You're doing everything amazing, and you got a good team. A lot of it's having a good team.
Do you think Scotty Scheffler has a mental coach?
Does he have a mental coach?
I don't know. Do you think?
I mean, yes, I guarantee he has somebody he relies on.
Yeah.
His wife, maybe.
No, not his fucking
She's like,
wife.
Scotty, you won again?
Wow.
That
Shout
was
out,
pretty
Meredith.
That was pretty good. Hey, he's got
Well, I
good
mean, you were the one who showed me how to do it over here with the tension releasing.
gotta be loose.
This was hips and shoulders. Yours was knock.
Yeah, the mental side's massive for sure. I think acceptance is big. Like, you just got to accept it and move on. It's the next shot kind of thing.
And then playing with
Short-term memory.
You think
Yeah.
a lot of people battle with the mental and then the course management, where they go for the hero shot instead of being like, all right, let me go ahead and play the course. I'm down. You start to think, hey, I went OB. I'm down a couple strokes. Do I go for the hero shot, or do I continue with course management?
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes it's tough to. I mean, sometimes the hero shot is almost like the correct play, especially if you can miss it in a good area. It's about setting up your next shot. It's like chess in a way, more so than people maybe think.
It's like pool, chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think acceptance and stuff, like if you short side yourself, or if you don't pull off the hero shot, you just got to get into a frame of mind where it's like, nah, I just have an opportunity to show off my short game.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's plenty of times if I play a new course, or even not, just in tournaments, it's like, I'll say a hole is, let's just say it's 400 yards, right? I can hit something 250 off the tee and know I can hit a pitching wedge into the green. So it's like, if it's super wide there, I mean, in reality, how can you not make bogeys? Sometimes that's the thing. Like, you could argue it with, I mean, there's a guy, Scott Fawcett, Decade Golf. I believe in a lot of what he says. I was talking to our other coach, Zach, who's not here, the other day about it, and strokes gain idea is to push it down as far as you can, even if it's in the rough. But it's like, to me, there's some level of negative return on more possibilities to make bogeys.
Just like pushing it down the course, even if it's not. I mean, almost course management a little bit, right? Just to put. Because, I mean, you're right. If you hit your favorite club 3 or 4 times, you should be on the green, being able to putt for a decent.
It's your favorite club too, because you're talking. It's a confidence thing. So
yeah,
like, that's my favorite club. Like, for whatever reason, you have good memories and you believe in it, and maybe you've hit the other one, a 4-iron, which 4-irons are hard to hit. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I think the PGA Tour average, if we say a 4-iron, 220. I mean, it's probably 35 feet when you hit the fair. Like,
I don't even touch mine. Mine's in my bag, and I don't ever pull it out. I go 5-iron, and then I'll go straight to the rescue 3. Right? Yeah.
Can you guys explain to me what strokes gain means? Because I get they always put this stat up on the Golf Channel: strokes gain putting, strokes gain on approach, strokes gain tee to green. What exactly does that mean? Does that mean the strokes they gained on the field, or what exactly is that?
Yeah, relative to your peers, you're doing that specific thing better or worse relative to the rest of them.
Per hole. So it's like this hole.
Per shot.
Yeah.
I mean, they break it down per shot.
So it's like, so second shot of, hole 3, they're saying, okay, this person gained this many strokes from that shot.
Yeah, if it's your second shot on hole 3 and you hit it in the water, you're going to lose strokes relative to them. If you hit it to an inch, you're going to gain.
So they're breaking it down all the way down to exactly what you could break it down to, which is just how many strokes did you gain on the field because you did this and this and this.
I actually saw an app.
So isn't strokes gained putting the best to have?
Strokes gained anything is big, but strokes gained putting is big. Putting in the overall, like if you're actually trying to truly lower your scores the most, putting, I believe, ranks last. Like you got to get off the tee, and then you got to strike your irons well, and then you got to chip well, and then it's putting.
What was the app that you said?
I found this app the other day, and it was showing strokes gained, but you could move the little dot on different places. Like, it would say there's a bunker at 200 out. You're in the bunker versus the fairway. Like, strokes gained from the fairway was maybe plus 0.75, and in the bunker you're losing a shot and a half from the same distance.
Oh, shit.
And you could push it up, maybe another bunker 50 up. You're still losing strokes being in that bunker, but you're gaining maybe 2 shots being in the fairway. Like, it's missing greens, proximity to the hole. Like, a shot 20 feet from the hole versus 10 feet, you're going to gain more shots at 10 feet.
So the more strokes gains that you get, the better you score, right? I mean, that's pretty
they're just breaking it down by saying if you hit more fairways and hit it close to the pin, it's going to be better. It's kind of obvious, but
yeah, it is kind of obvious there.
Bunker avoidance, especially off the tee, is a big one.
I hear a lot of professionals say that. Actually, we only got a minute left here.
All right, when we get back with Happy Hour Holidaze, we'll continue with A2P Academy to make you a better golfer because you're not that great, okay? But you could be. Right, Panda?
Right.
We'll be right back. Like, comment, and subscribe. And actually check out A2P on Happy Hour Holidaze Instagram. We did a nice Friday feature for them. So check them out. And
also check out their own Instagram.
Yeah, their own Instagram as well. They got some pretty cool stuff and some good tips and tricks to make you a better golfer. Probably won't work for you, but for me, it's working.
It works for Manny. It can work for anybody.
Yeah, until he started looking at YouTube.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze, your baseline news for anything you need to. What the fuck is that even? I'm just fucking with you. Anyways, we've had Brad in here. We know the backstory on Brad. Panda, tell us a little bit about how you got into golf, where this passion came from, and how you became a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
How you got that name too?
The name doesn't. There's
Is that
really
actually your name?
The name doesn't really have that cool of a story. Everybody just kind of started calling me Panda. We all have like an animal, so like he's the kangaroo. That didn't really stick as well.
I haven't adopted that. That's
well, that makes me want to call you the kangaroo.
Nobody calls me kangaroo.
I'm gonna start because it seems like it frustrates you.
I can see it though. I mean,
Why
Panda-
the kangaroo?
Panda's going to be 3 down. and
'Cause
he's
they're
gonna, "How you doing,
left-handed."
Kango?"
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said the
They're
left-handed.
mostly
thing.
left-handed. Yeah. My thing to golf is my mom started playing golf. My mom played high school golf, and my mom actually kind of taught me how to golf.
Your
My
mom's
di-
not Baby Zaharias, is she?
And she is not. No, I'm from Billings, Montana originally. So it's a little bit of a short golf season. And then I went to college in Texas, get out of the snow and everything, and just be able to play and practice, and got a degree in golf management.
Yellowstone
I've-
didn't work though, right?
Yellowstone, like the TV series.
Yeah, it didn't work when you went out there to try to be a cowboy.
No, there's a little bit of cowboy deep down in there, but it's mostly covered up by golfer. But yeah, I've always been golfer. Like,
So golf management degree, that's through the PGA, right?
yeah. So I've been PGA of America member since 2019.
So then you're technically
Class
a
A.
PGA professional and can qualify for the PGA championship, right?
I can, yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Damn.
All right. So then you did
I
that.
just got to get better.
So then you did that, and then you went to college, golf management.
hmm
Oh,
And
that was
then,
it? That's the
oh
whole
no, I
story?
mean, I guess not. I can keep going. No.
Yeah.
And then I worked at a resort in Oregon. I worked at Band and Dunes for a little over a year.
You heard of that?
That's a good one.
Is it good or no?
I've never played there, so I don't know. I've heard of it though.
It's good. It's sick.
It's top fucking notch.
That's probably why I
It's a
heard of
private
it.
course.
No, it's a resort. It's
Oh, it's a-
six. It's now 6 courses, but it's the number 2 public access course in
Yeah,
America.
it seemed like you came in your pants as soon as he said that.
Well, I already knew. I know him.
I mean, geez.
but
bro.
I'm just saying you don't know what it is. That's all I'm saying.
No, I've heard it mentioned on
It's
the
like
golf channel
Stream Song
before.
on steroids, like the original,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I would say that's comparable. I mean, it's
and in Dunes.
Kaiser.
it's a
owns it?
Kaiser. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say its main like competition would be like a Pinehurst.
God, this guy was challenging my knowledge.
Oh, well, you said you're like, oh, I know it. I'm like,
I never said I
don't
played
fucking
it.
think so.
I never said I played it. I know I've heard that name before. Van and Dunes. Yeah.
Massive boys retreat. Yeah.
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 Absolutely, super
Playing
good for the
like,
boys retreat.
What, 54 holes a day?
Yeah.
Were you caddying there?
I did a little bit. Yeah, I mean, most people will go 36 a day. It's kind of just golf. It's a town of 2,500 people, so you kind of
Make a
just
lot
play
of
golf
money
and go to
doing that?
sleep. It's $150 a bag per loop. You can do 2,
They
and then
tip
you can go
right?
twice. So
But they tip you, right?
Yeah.
So then you were probably making like a good 3,500 a week there.
you can pull in 600 a day. You're tired as shit, and your toenails fall off. But
We should actually
You
talk
can pull
about
some money
tipping
in.
caddies.
All right. So then you
What's the
worked
appropriate
there at
amount
that
to tip a
resort,
caddy?
and then
Mhm.
what'd you do after that?
came here and started teaching golf and hanging out with my buddy Brad.
Oh, so then this was recent. That
Yeah,
you
this is
left
fairly
Oregon.
recent.
Yeah.
Now, was Brad the kangaroo or was it Brad Brunner?
Brad Brunner.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like that. But yeah, no, I just always been golf. I mean, I played all the other sports, but I'm a tall, slow white dude, so I wasn't really good at basketball or football or anything. I was okay at football, and then we started running the triple option, and that was the end of it.
I will say this guy
Triple option.
has the sneakiest arm you've ever seen,
In terms of quarterback?
as in terms of just
Whatever
throwing
you wanna
something
throw.
far.
Oh shit!
I've
really?
seen him throw a golf ball over 100 yards. No question.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It sounds ridiculous
It does.
because I have a decent arm on me, and I mean, it may be for pitching.
Is that
I
what
would
you
like to
tell
do
yourself?
something and see, but like as far as carry, like on a golf ball, I'm like,
Because a golf ball is supposed to be harder to throw than a baseball because it's smaller, which means that the wind. Well, actually, it should be easier to throw than a baseball, right?
It's a science. We're still crunching the numbers
only if we
on
can
it.
take this podcast outside and do a full on golf ball chuck down Dale Mabry.
I almost want to see that downtown
I actually-
Mabry.
I actually would put a lot on him standing at the corner of our location. I don't know if it's disclosed or not.
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
And
Early
hitting,
Dale
vi-
Mabry.
and hitting Vision Works.
E&D. Yeah.
No, he did
All the way
throw it
across
forward,
all
wasn't
lanes from here, west to east. Over Dale
Across
Mabry.
Dale
No,
Mabry?
no question he's covering it.
it? No, is that even 100 yards?
No, I don't think so. That's why I'm saying that.
Well,
he could throw it in the bank. I think he could bounce off concrete, hit the bank across the street.
I think he could probably throw it across if he's saying 100 yards, right?
Yeah.
100 yards is fucking 300 feet.
Yes, sir.
That's
I mean,
all-
under
8
pressure too.
lanes
We're talking
times 12.
cars.
we're
Yeah,
talking
going
that's,
across
that's
the
the
street.
problem. The cars. I mean, I think we just come here at like 4 a.m. All right. We get a basket of balls and you just start pegging them over the street.
Just start hucking balls.
Yeah. And if you hit a car, nobody's going to know they're drunk. They're not going to stop and argue. They don't want cops involved.
Yeah. I
Great
huck
point.
balls on the range. You know, you gotta keep the gun warm.
Yeah, especially if you're like close and you're gonna hit a chip, but instead you just toss it up there, right?
I've seen you do that before.
Never.
This guy hits the ground in a bunker and then all of a sudden just
Oh
throws
yeah,
the ball.
there's
with
a
his
way you
left
can
hand.
do that to where
Looks
it looks
good.
like it. You're just
Yeah.
tossing it. I've seen
Yeah.
people do that.
I've also seen him use a foot wedge once or 100 times.
These are all allegedly.
Alleged.
So how did you get the
Did you
Panda
learn
name?
it from YouTube?
You probably
YouTube trap. Actually, I did.
did.
I saw it. He was like, this is how you hit a perfect bunker shot every time. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then, boom. I'm like, wait a minute.
It only works when you're deep in a bunker and nobody can see you on the green and then hit because the ball comes out after the sand. So that's why you got so good at it.
Yeah.
You were doing it at Carew a lot.
No, hell no.
Okay.
And then,
I stay there.
and then, how did you get the Panda name?
There's truly, I need to invent a story, man. There's truly no good story.
There isn't. They just looked at you and said,
Everybody
Panda?
just started calling me Panda. I mean,
Where's
my
your
real name's
black and
Lakin,
white?
which is always tough for people. So I just started going by Panda.
Lakin.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
did you not pick it up at the other podcast?
At
You
the
guys
other
were
pod,
doing?
I mean,
Isn't that where it
Redding
originated?
started calling me that, but there's no real he doesn't have like a good story behind it. He just wanted to give
Wild.
everybody an animal,
Okay.
and I guess I'm kind of slow and dumb like a panda, so I just
No.
wallow around. It's fitting, so I mean, I like it.
Golf IQ is through the roof, though.
That's okay.
Yeah, golf IQ is through the roof. How did you guys start doing the YouTube videos? Like I've seen a couple of them; they're pretty good. So did you just start like out of nowhere? Just start being like, hey, let me go ahead and do YouTube videos now.
We brought in a guy that does some stuff for IMG and NFL.
Shout
do
him
some
out.
marketing.
Shout him out, man.
Nate.
Shout out
I
Nate.
Shout out Nate, I guess.
Sorry, Nate. I don't.
Nate's
know
got
your
one
last
name.
He's the man, though. He does good stuff, and we brought him in just to do some more marketing and doing some tips and stuff, and just showing off the academy a little more. That was the idea.
Talking
Just
about
grow the business.
Talking about the academy, I know you have some other programs within the academy that tailor to more, golfers. So we touched on a couple of them.
Yeah, we talked about Operation 36. That's for like young beginners. Get them into golf, have fun. The next level up would be our basically after school academy. We have kids in there from 12 to 16, more high school stuff.
More serious.
High school, yeah, a little more serious people that are serious about it. During the school year, they would come with an option of 2 to 3 days a week. Kind of mandatory too. You have to choose. You can't just come once a week, every other week, because the idea is we're trying to be consistent to get results. You can't have off days. What does your little sign over there say? Dreams don't work unless you do.
Mm.
That's the deal.
Dreams don't work unless you do, yeah.
Yeah. So
And then also you got to believe.
God
those
believe.
kids come. That's an 8-week program. Kind of commit to 8 weeks, either coming 2 or 3 days a week. Everybody comes back, and then our top level is our development team, which is 6 days a week.
Is it like an hour, 2 hours per day?
It's originally based on homeschooling.
Yeah.
So the normal would be 12 to 4.
Oh wow, so it's a 4-hour session, huh?
Yeah, that
And
one's
then-
for like you want to play Division 1 golf
Yeah.
in a year.
Wow.
In
Or
one
two.
In a
year.
year?
In a year or two. I mean, you've got to be good. Like
Yeah.
you're not picking up
everybody-
golf at
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but that's
No,
for the
yeah.
elite level kind of
Elite
person.
level.
Probably like the
One of
10
our
handicappers.
students.
I think the kids in that are
5 handicappers.
Or-
One of the
better
students
than
that's been with us from the beginning. Again, we started the academy in January of 24 this year. He's number 1 in points in FSGA. Clipper Salmon. Sorry, Clipper.
That's his name, Clipper Salmon.
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 Damn it.
Salmon.
Yeah. He's good. Smart kid.
He's
A lot of
named after
talent.
a
And
fish
he's
and an LA basketball team.
through the
Mhm.
roof right now. Yeah. Ranked number 1 in points on the year for FSGA. Boys 16 to 18. But yeah, I mean, it's that's more intense. Those kids are getting anywhere from 8 to 12 hours one-on-one a month, plus a lot of group stuff. And we're really trying to build a community. That's the idea. When I was a kid, used to play at Carrollwood. There was 10 of us. We'd go out there. Always enjoyed it. Get better. Push each other. and we're trying to create that environment. We are creating that environment at Plantation. So it's been fun, exciting, and having one of our first students doing really well is exciting as well.
Are you his coach then, or is it? How many coaches do you guys have?
We have three.
Three.
Three. Generally, I would lead the instruction, but we're all on the same page and work as a team. So, like, Pandas went with Clipper one-on-one, and, like, we're all on the same page if we know what we're working on specifically with that student. The good part is that we're, like, IMG, or you could say Saddlebrook. I know they've been struggling, but they're bigger, so it's hard to be as individual with each kid. Like, we're at a size with the amount of coaches to students to where we can get the most out of each kid and give them the attention they need, as opposed to being in this 20, 30 kid environment with maybe two coaches. They're all doing the same drills. Like, our stuff's tailored for each kid to get the most out of them.
And the only way it works is if these kids take the game plan, I'll call it, I don't know if it's called a game plan, and they do it on their own time. They go to the range, they do the practice, they get the repetitions, right? They can't just expect to go, they get the 4-hour lessons, once a week or whatever it may be. They have to do it on their own too, right?
I mean, those kids, again, coming 6 days a week, we're going to see them every day. So it's not like we're able, even if they're just out practicing, we're able to watch them and make sure they're on the right track, doing the things that we want them to do. And I mean, the big part of it is they got to want it.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we can help them and want it for them, like, if they don't do it, that's just the way it's like anything. I mean, you're not going to get lucky and be the best golfer.
And that's why this program is selective. You guys don't just say, hey, you're a 12 handicapper, we're going to let you join this certain program, because A2P has a bunch of different programs, right? You want the elite of the elite that want to be the best, right? Is that what it is for that specific program?
Ideally, yeah. That's we want to have kids that want to be there. Like, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Again, we also all do individual one-on-one lessons. So there's really, if you're looking to get better at golf, there's something for you that we can help you with.
I mean, it worked for Manny until he started looking at
right,
YouTube.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't hit the driver.
I mean, he had one bad day. That's the thing. You
That's
gotta
one bad day.
You gotta pass.
Let's look
that
at
off.
his gin, dog.
My gin has gotten a lot better.
Well, it's better than mine. But
What driver do you hit?
I don't have a driver.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
we-
because
How
you
many
can't
times
hit
I
it.
got to say
We
this?
talked about that.
And I still shot less than you yesterday.
Congratulations for shooting better than me one day.
One day.
All right. Don't feed the horse drugs.
Delusional thoughts from Fantasy Island.
No, but when it comes to players that want to get better, I know you guys really harp on the short game. I mean, when it comes to golf, I mean, obviously getting off the tee is a major start to the hole. But how important is that short game to get out of the bunkers, to chip well? I mean, what do you focus on these players that really want to go pro? I mean, is it the short game is the most important, transitioning from chipping
Putting's
to
got to
putting?
be the most important.
Putting's important. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of drills we like to do. Putting, chipping, kind of one system that we use that the idea is getting the ball on the ground as soon as possible. The majority of amateurs that I see, if they want to carry it too far, hit high shots around the greens when they don't have to, and it's just percentage-wise, the further you have to carry it and stop it with spin, the harder, the worse your result's going to be.
So yeah, when you're around the green, you want to get it to hit the green.
I mean, that's why people don't want to be short-sighted. You hear pros, you watch TV, they're like, he's short-sighted. It's tough. Like, the reason short-sighted is because you have to get it up and stop it quick. That's as hard as it gets. So if you can leave yourself with more room on the opposite side of the green, granted it might be twice the distance, but you can hit a low shot that runs out like a putt, and percentage-wise, you're going to get up and down more times.
Don't you think that if you are able to hit that shot, that chip, when you're short-sighted consistently, it would make you a better golfer, though?
It would be helpful, but I mean, it's just
I know
It's
why
just not
do it
the
if
numbers.
you don't have to, but
well, it's just harder.
Yeah, it's harder. But I'm saying if you could hit that hard shot, because Tiger, when he was at his peak in the early 2000s, it's because he was able to get the ball up and down close to the pin because he was short-sighted. So if you can be a master at that shot, don't you think that, you know, when you're not short-sighted and you got plenty of green to work with, you're going to be able to hit that shot anyways? To be a master at being short-sighted would make you the best golfer in the world.
Well, it's definitely something we work on. You got to have all the shots, ideally. I mean, the real artistry in short game is understanding the different lies and knowing what you can do and what you can't do with the golf ball.
And what do you mean by that?
How the ball's sitting.
If it's sitting down in the rough, it's going to not, you can't spin it as much, right? So, like, usually the lie determines your options of shots to hit. Most people don't have options. They think of one way anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's like, try to open it up to where you have options. But then again, we're talking different levels here, right? Like,
yeah, let's talk about the elite level. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the elite level. There's a lot that goes into it. Like, I mean, what's the lie? They're seeing maybe there's 5 options, we'll just say, of different shots that get hit from one spot. But if the ball's sitting down, probably 2 or 3 of those options are gone. So now you're kind of, the lie forces you into certain shots. And then it's understanding that lie to hit what shot you can hit. Like, what is the best chance? What do you think? What do you think about that question?
That question being
elite chipping in general. I mean, as far as
to be able to play shots, identify your options based on the lie, get rid of options that are no longer applicable for the lie, and maybe you only have 2 options left. You know, just that kind of goes down to course management, in my opinion, or not course management, shot management. You know, things like that.
Yeah, shot selection and stuff. I mean, we're big on, I think me and Brad are big on, like, the lie is truly everything. Like, if the ball's in a depression and you've got 3 paces of green to work with, like, that's just a difficult shot. Like, it's not the same as if it's sitting on top of, like, fluffy Bermuda. So the lie is really everything, and just being able to select the right shot is pretty massive for sure. Just being able to be creative and create a shot is massive, especially once you get into the super, super elite level. Like, once you get into zero territory of golfer, like, it really kind of just becomes short game. Like, Brad might disagree with me, but me and him, like, if we're just hitting 6 irons, like, it's somewhat similar, you know, but he is a lot more creative around the greens. He hits it further, but he's also, like, a better chipper and putter than me. Like, if I really wanted to get better, it would be pretty much all short game stuff. At some point, everybody hits the ball the same. Everybody on the PGA Tour hits their 7 iron the same, more or less.
I got you. When we come back, don't go anywhere, because we're about to ask both of these guys, what are the top tips for amateur golfers out there? What's the way to get the score the lowest you can as an amateur? They're going to give us some tips. We'll be right back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Happy Hour Holidaze. All right, guys, and we're back to Happy Hour Holidaze here with the golf pros, making it easy for you to drink beer. I mean, to swing the golf club better. What are the amateur tips and tricks that you guys could tell amateurs out there to shoot lower scores? You know, it could be from anywhere from what to hit off the tee. I mean, what can they do for an amateur just out there, let's say the weekend golfer? What can they do?
Stop sucking at golf.
Get a shot off the tee that you can repeatably do. If it's driver that goes 230 or 190, it's driver that goes 190.
If you don't have a driver, what could you do? Hit a 5 iron?
There's a lot of people that do that, and ultimately that's just like a Band-Aid fix. I think eventually you're going to have to get to the point where you can hit a driver.
If we are talking about strokes gained,
it is different though than mine.
Strokes gained. I mean,
you are gaining shots hitting a longer club off the tee, no doubt.
Yeah. Because if you mishit a driver, it's still going to go further than a mishit 5 iron.
Yes.
You might mishit a driver 50 yards OB though.
Well, that's why you got to get a go-to
that's why you got to
shot.
get a dependable shot you know with it.
Which is like a 5 iron.
Okay.
That's fair.
210 yards.
But you don't even own a driver.
I do. It's in my bag, but it's
You don't.
broken.
It's in your bag
It's
always,
actually my
but it
driver.
It's
just.
broken. No, it's broken.
Didn't you have 1 iron at one point?
I still do.
There you go.
I still do. Yeah.
I'm not against it.
But I hit my
Kind of.
3 iron further than my brother hits his driver. So.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Bullshit!
that's
I got
fucking
TrackMan
bullshit.
numbers on this
Yeah,
guy.
I get
Yeah,
the
but
fuck-
you don't have TrackMan numbers on me.
Launchies. I know you're not hitting no. What did you say?
He's
One
Three-
not
iron?
hitting-
three-
he's not-
three
he never-
iron.
3 iron.
No.
What do you hit your 3 iron? 290.
No.
Okay.
Shut the
99.
He doesn't hit his shit 290.
I got
Yeah.
He used to. He used to.
I still hit it.
I mean, used to is like every other week at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's
That's what I'm
used
saying.
to. Next week he will again, and then next week he won't. But it's fine. We
It's
work
all
on
right,
it.
You know, it's that I feel like
Getting off the tee, I think, is the best advice you can give because if you can get off the tee consistently and have 150 in, at least it's a consistent shot. Even if the wind's in your face and now you have 160 in, you can still have a 160 club that gives you a good shot into the green.
Well, let me ask you this, right? Do you work on trying to put the driver in the bag? Or do you just say, I don't hit driver? Like, obviously you said it's broken, so there's no way you're working on it.
No, I used to work on it, man. And let me tell you something. It always does the same shit, flares out right, and it goes OB like 50 yards. I hit an old lady walking a dog.
Did you?
No, that's not a true story,
All right.
allegedly.
so. We got one. We got find a consistent shot off the green,
tee.
off the tee.
Off the tee.
And
Number
again,
2.
and again, though, even if we're talking about professionals, they have multiple shots they're hitting, right? They're not always hitting their longest drive. So they're still going to hit driver, but more controlled. Usually you're going to see on TV, which if there's one thing I would like amateurs to watch in general, off the tee, when they show it down the line, which is from behind looking down the fairway, look at their alignment. They usually look like they're lined up left. Most people are going to say it's left, and they're hitting some sort of a little cut.
Yeah.
Like that's generally the thing is with the pros, they have enough speed to where their cut still goes a long way. But if we're talking, they're controlled, usually a lower fade off the tee to find a fairway versus what they're really capable of, which is probably 20 to 30 yards longer, like a high bomb.
If they hit a draw.
It's all dependent. That's just choosing. That's course management, picking the right shot. It's like, we're not saying just have only hit your little short one, but like you got to have one. And then like, it'd be like you, for example, you're hitting the 5 iron off tee all the time, right? Go ahead and use it until you keep working and get the driver a little more comfortable and then put it in play.
You know what the problem is, man? I haven't been properly fitted for a driver because I go to these places like Golf Locker, or no, is it Golf Locker?
PGA Superstore, Golf Galaxy.
Golf Galaxy, PGA Superstore, Edwin Watts. I haven't been properly fitted by a fitting professional. They just work there and they're like, yeah, this looks good.
Those are tough because I've seen there's people that are knowledgeable and there's people that shouldn't even be talking about golf clubs. So it's tough because you don't know who you're going to get. So I had a student come in. This is probably a year and a half ago. He's probably 6'4", fit, athletic dude. They set him up in junior clubs. He's been playing it for 2 years.
Is he good with them?
No.
No.
I literally said, I was like,
I had
hey,
to ask.
I was like,
6'4", fuck.
he was planning on doing at least 5 lessons. And I was like, we can't start like this. Like, I'm not going to teach you with these clubs because they're so wrong.
Yeah.
But he went somewhere like that and they told him this is what you need. I'm like, I pulled a rental set out of the shop, some Strixons, Plantation Palms, Strixons, good setups for rentals. But he did it. He got fitted. It was way different.
Bruh, have you thought about maybe fitting people for clubs?
That's not my specialty. I know enough to be dangerous.
Well, apparently you know more than a lot of these people in these fucking golf stores, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
need
would-
you need a bunch of shit for people to try though.
Yeah.
Like we need somebody to give us
What about golf
80
tech?
shafts and 90 heads and this,
I mean,
that, and the
if
other.
you're,
Like
I'll give
Golf
a little
Tech,
shout
right?
out
Golf
here.
Tech has that.
One of the recommendations we give for fittings, which is they're located over the El Pebble Creek, is Golf Hunter.
Yeah, we got a club guy now.
That's who we send. That's
Off
our
of
number
Bruce
one
B. Downs?
recommendation. Yeah.
Golf Hunter.
Yeah.
Good buddy. It's
Shout
like
out
a boutique
Nixon.
shop. Yeah. Nixon in the house.
He'll get you fit. There you go. Now you got somebody to go get fit at.
Yeah, hit your
Definitely
driver.
a good recommendation. At least it's someone that we can trust, and I've tested their work. They've built clubs for me. I mean, I've vetted them, and you know they do good work. And a lot of students come back and have a lot of good things to say about them. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
I'm
good one.
looking them up right now. Is it a store or is it?
so they rent space in the old clubhouse at Pebble Creek that shut down.
Holy shit! Actually, I found it.
Wait,
Yeah.
so they
Oh,
still
for
have
Regents Park.
Schedule-
the old Pebble
schedule you a
Creek golf
fitting.
course. Yeah,
Yep.
that was shut. Damn. Yep. Boom. Right there. How much? Well, I guess maybe you don't know how much he charges.
I mean, generally fittings are generally 150. If you buy something, they usually waive it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of how those work. So it's like, and they got all the cool stuff.
They
So
got
then
They
cool
got
stuff and
mirrors
they got
in
good
there. They
guys
got
over there.
You want to go top dollar, they got it.
So, what's your suggestion? If you're getting fitted for clubs, you should probably get fitted for your whole bag, right? You shouldn't just get fitted. If you've been playing with non-fitted clubs or fitted clubs through an amateur fucking store, if you go get fitted for clubs, you should get fitted for the whole bag, right? Because if not, if you don't, then you're still going to be playing golf like shit with if you get fitted for, like, say, a driver or 3-wood instead of getting fitted for all your irons. What's your take on that?
You probably should, but you can split it up. Like, to do all your clubs is like actually kind of a
expensive.
like real. Well, not even just expensive. Like, just split it up over a couple days. Like, it's a lot of golf balls. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna hit
yeah.
a shit ton of balls. So like, you don't want to get it to the point where you're like
Tired.
and like
Tired's no good.
yeah. So yeah, you should get fit for pretty much everything. I mean,
Manny, we did a putter fitting, you and I,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was. I know you're talking about it yesterday a little bit,
Yeah.
meh,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, it was working. I mean, right off the bat, I think it's just me. It's not,
It's
the
definitely
putt.
you.
golf gets mental.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
switched it up a good bit. You went from a center shafted
Yeah.
face bounce putter to a putter with the absolute most toe hang,
Yeah.
so it swings the most
Yeah.
most
No,
arc.
I mean, when I first got it, I saw the difference already, and now it's just mental. I mean, I'm just in my head right now, and I'm having a rough 3 weeks.
What do you mean by toe hang on a putter? What does that mean?
So it's kind of the way the balance point on a putter is. Like if you see something that has a shaft going straight in the head, okay, and if you had the putter heads here, you put your hand on the shaft maybe 10 inches up. If the putter points straight up to the sky, that means it's face balanced. Toe hang would be if you hold it here, then it starts pointing down,
Oh, okay.
and Manny's would be like
Oh.
this, right? So that's just how the putter wants to naturally swing and release, and everybody's stroke's a little bit different. So fitting for the right length, lie, loft, toe hang, it's important.
I've seen. I have a Scotty Cameron putter. I've seen that the Scotty
Yeah, you
Cameron
do.
putter. I don't even know if that was meant to be like a jab or anything, you motherfucker. So I got a Newport 1.5. So it's got 2 weights on both sides. Okay. What if, and I don't know if this is something people do, what if you put a heavier weight on the heel side than you do on the toe side? Do people do that, or do they always just put the same weight on both sides?
people who suck do that. Yeah.
That put a heavier one on the heel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that.
No, you can't really put enough to like really change the toe hang of it.
Mostly used for weighting.
Yeah, the weights usually are just done for like how long it is. Like a 35-inch putter will have one set of weights, and then a 33 would have another because it's shorter. So the weights are just there to give it like a feel.
So in terms of
People always want to dick around with their weights, though. I swear.
I
Like
haven't
people
changed
are
mine
always
since I
like,
bought it.
yeah, I'll like dick around with the weights, and then I'll be good. Like it's
You know,
not gonna help.
Brian said that you should change your weights.
I know Brian was like, you should change the weights.
But
on
Brian
your
also
Scotty
changes
Cameron. I
clubs
was
every like
Mhm.
month. So
yeah, he does.
Here, this is the funniest thing too between amateur and professional golf. Amateur golf, you guys usually want to help each other a bunch, and you always listen. Like always offering advice, like, "Hey man, you're taking it more inside than you normally are," or "Change the weights in
Yeah.
your putter, bro.
You just keep your head down.
Keep your head down.
Keep your head down, and like you're just like
Your shoelace
Swinging
is
this
normally
way.
it's not
Yeah.
normally that tight on your right
for
foot."
sure.
put all the change in your right pocket.
But in pros, nobody says anything like that. Like they
No.
trust their people, and that's all they listen to. Like that, I think that again, it goes back to the YouTube stuff of like you're hearing all these opinions. Like the best players, some of what makes the best players the best is people are going to say stuff all the time,
And
right?
they ignore it.
It goes in
Mhm.
one ear, out the other.
Yep.
And amateurs, the hard part is you're like, okay, well maybe I'll try it because it's like kind of desperate. Like I'm not hitting it great. Obviously, this guy see me play better, and says something, but it's like, you got to just stick with what you do.
Dude, it's funny you say that because every time somebody gives me a piece of advice, I tell them, bro, I'm not going to change it on the golf course. There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to keep playing the way I'm playing.
That's good.
Because I cannot change it on the golf course. You're not going to hit one shot and magically everything's going to be okay because you told me to keep my head down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all it's all mental. It's between the 5 inches between your ears. Who said that? Tom Watson.
I think that's Bobby.
Bobby. Yeah, that's right.
I think it was Tom Brady.
Could be
No.
guy.
It was Bobby Klein.
Jones.
Bobby Jones. Fuck.
Who the fuck is Bobby Klein?
I don't know. Calvin Klein.
He
Calvin's
does
dad.
the underwear modeling for golfers. Bobby
No,
Klein.
but that's actually a good point, man. Because sometimes people will tell me, and they get pissed off. I don't listen. I'm just like, what
Which
the
is
fuck do you
wild.
want me to do?
Which is wild.
It's like I'm not
your
going to
game.
change it.
That's number 2 right there. Hit it down the middle or get a repeatable shot off the tee. Don't listen to amateurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
number 3.
The pin
I
is.
mean, is there?
Yeah.
We're coming
Is
up with
there a
3.
number
There's like
3?
there could be 20.
there
but
could be
yeah.
20 for sure. I think a good one is, especially for like handicap golfers, the pin
Like
itself.
physically handicapped?
No, like I mean,
Oh, you walked into that one. So the ones in the
for
wheelchairs.
golfers who are higher than 0 handicap, the flag is almost never the target.
No, it should
would
be,
say.
right? It should
Like-
be the center of the green.
I mean, especially from far away. Like
Yeah.
the pin is rarely the target, and a lot of people want to just like jam it at the hole from 240, and that's not really the play.
And I'm going to say this,
That's a good point.
even as a plus 6.5
Mhm.
past
Brag
tour player,
much.
I'm not aiming at pins unless it's probably I'm inside 50 yards. Like only because the golf ball is like a shotgun. It's a dispersion. You have it's never goes. I shouldn't say it never goes straight, but generally speaking,
The fades are
the
cuts.
best players in the world are not aiming at pins. They're playing smart. They're right pin, left pin, right, long pin, a little short. Like,
They're aiming at where they can miss, right?
well, you're trying to play. You're playing the odds again. Like odds are, if you hit it at the pin, sure, but like in tournaments, we're talking tournaments, right? They give you pin sheets. They show you exactly where it is on the green. 20 paces on, 4 from the left edge.
Oh, they give you that?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is,
Yeah.
like, again, professional golfers, regular, country club, even public golf, the pins are way more tucked on tour. You would be thinking the pin's not even on the green sometimes on some of these tour events. You're like, there's no room, but it'll show you it's 4 paces. 4 paces is nothing.
Yeah.
So there's no way, like, even from if we're talking, we'll say at 100 yards, okay, the PJ Tour average from the fairway when the greens hit from 100 yards is 15.6 feet. Okay, but that's a 31-foot circle. Okay, that's just from the 15 feet from the pin.
Are you kidding me?
But it's a 31-foot circle. So
Wow.
4 yards from the edge is 12 feet. So you're already outside of it on the left. So it's like it's just playing the game and knowing.
When you were playing on the Korn Ferry Tour, I mean, how many pins did you actually try to attack? Or were you playing the game that you're saying right now where you were just trying to, maybe have a putt uphill instead of going long on the pin or something like
I mean,
that?
a lot of professional golf is trying to take advantage of par 5s, par 3 scoring. Hopefully you're at even and maybe sprinkle in a birdie or 2 on par 4s. Like if you birdie every par 5 and par the rest, you're shooting 4 under. Like you're going to make a shit ton of money shooting 4 under every day. I don't care where you're playing.
Yeah, it's 12 under. 16 under.
Yeah. I
If
mean,
you just birdie every par 5 and
what won the
par
last,
the rest.
well, again, conditions are always different, but like especially if you look at majors, like what won the British?
9.
9 under.
9.
Yeah,
So you would have
9
just
under.
looked like the absolute boss if you could do that. It's just nobody was doing it. It's just that hard of a course.
You ever play
But
golf, links golf? And not in, well, there are no links courses in the U.S., is there? I don't
Yeah.
think there is.
Yeah, there's
Definitely,
Linksy stuff.
there's-
There's
Isn't Bandon?
Linksy. Yeah, Bandon's
Linksy.
Linksy.
But
Links comes from it's a piece of land that
with no
links.
trees and then all the wind just flows over the golf course, yeah.
Yeah, it links the sea to the grass.
Oh,
that's
is
a
that what
good
it
one.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it's
good
tough
shout.
to recreate that. So yeah, sometimes they'll be like
Unless it's
a place in Ocala and it's like, yeah, it's real linksy. Like,
it's
no, it's
not.
not.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
They got no
there
ocean breeze.
are stuff that's linksy, but yeah, links golf is like, I want it to be like for sure like on the water.
And that's what Royal Troon was.
Yeah,
on
for
the
sure.
water.
I mean, all the
St.
Rhoda.
Andrews was. Isn't St. Andrews kind of on the water also?
I don't know how close it is to the water, but it's definitely a links course.
So,
for sure.
Brad, have you ever played a linksy or a link course?
I've never played in Scotland or anything true links, but
Have you ever been out?
I got you.
Have you ever been outside of fucking the United States to play golf?
You're talking to the 92 Lima Open champion, bro.
Oh no, okay, you're talking about Peru, man. I mean, shit.
That's right.
oh, that's outside of the
South,
U.S.
South America,
Like,
right? You were on the
Yeah.
Latin American tour.
I got one. Yeah, I played Latin tour for a couple years. Probably 30 events down in South America. 10, 12 countries I've been in. Once in Canada. But yeah, all the way down from from Mexico
you
to
played
Argentina.
in Canada, eh? Was there milk in a bag?
Didn't see it, no.
No.
I will say,
maple syrup.
one of the best things that I don't know why the U.S. has not adopted yet. Melissa, my wife, laughs every time because I'll bring it up anytime we eat wings anywhere.
Prostitution.
Chicken wings?
Oh no, you said what America hasn't adopted
Yeah,
yet.
and I said wings.
Oh, okay.
Latin America, if you get wings somewhere, they give you plastic gloves.
Mm.
That's smart.
I mean, how has nobody done that?
You
in
can
the
bring
US?
your own gloves.
Well, not wings, but at Crafty Crab.
No, I mean, that's a seafood boil.
Yeah,
They give you
well,
the
Yeah,
plastic
it makes
wrap.
sense though. But I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise, all we do is use these little tiny wet naps.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. All right, guys. When we get back with Happy Hour Holidays, we'll continue with Brad and Panda.
Talk about
Like,
wet
comment, and
naps.
subscribe, and find that hole. Bye.
Find that hole.
From the top rope.
Wait. What do you mean find that hole?
Find that hole. You know what he's talking about.
Talking about that well.
So, wait.
Quit bossing people around, Brad.
All right, guys. Man, we really appreciate Brad and Panda coming on our podcast, Happy Hour Holidays. And we always do the final words or, final little tidbits for our audience when it comes to any inspirational, motivation, or even educational stuff. Brad, what do you got for our audience right now as far as like golf? Anybody starting or somebody's trying to become a pro? What do you got?
Or anything for business.
Or anything for business, anything. Whatever you want to tell our audience where they're going to get the most out of you.
I would say the biggest thing that I can give anybody, it doesn't matter the skill level. I mean, especially if you're doing it for fun, though. When it comes to you paying your bills, it gets a little different because you gotta play well. So, but if you're starting golf, trying to get better, you got to make sure you have fun doing it. The hardest thing for me to do is somebody comes out and they just get so frustrated playing golf. You're not going to get better. There's these expectations of, I should be playing to this. My buddies play there. It's like, no, you got to figure out a way to have fun. All right. If that means you just go play golf, you drink a couple beers, you smoke your cigar. I don't know. Just hang out with your buddies. Is that the fun part? Like, find another reason what makes golf fun and just have golf be the addition to the reason. Not me playing well is going to determine my day. That's probably the biggest piece to me. Like,
Don't get angry because you suck. Go play golf because it's fun.
That was awesome, honestly.
And it's 4 hours away.
Sometimes,
from your life,
I can say that sometimes happens to me. I'm so focused on trying to be, play to when I shot this score and I forget to have fun. And I'm out there. You're enjoying nature. You're having a good time. You're with friends.
You're drinking
And
some beer. You're
you're
smoking a
drinking-
J.
No, I don't do drugs. But that's the part that sometimes you forget because you're so focused on trying to get such a good score that you forget to
Have fun.
and I'm telling you, this goes to the highest level too.
Yeah.
I spent a good bit of money and a decent amount of time working with Bob Rotell, a sports psychologist. And one of the big things is like before going to a tournament, could be the first round, you're in the lead playing for, I don't know, $1 million, $2 million. Like, commit to having a good day before you even tee off. Like, if you can commit to having a good day, you're already winning because it doesn't matter what the results are. Like, and you being in that mindset puts you ahead of a lot of people.
I wish you were in that mindset yesterday.
Shut the fuck up. That was well said, Brad. Man, I like what you said. Panda, what you got for us? I'm sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Are you
that's
going to
it.
say anything
Oh,
else?
yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a little bit less positive than Brad, so mine will be a little bit more frustration.
Be pissed off.
Yeah.
He
Like-
does not show it though. We talked about this yesterday.
No, it's all inside.
I mean,
It's a fire
His
that just
emotional
brings,
is very mono.
for sure.
Yeah.
I would say like at least one good one is like, I'm just gonna keep it strictly golf. I like what Brad said about stay positive. That's always a good one. You do have to stay positive, and it is a leisure sport. Stop trying to hit the ball straight. Like, you're not gonna just hit dead straight laser beam piss rockets again and again and again and again and again. Like, everybody who's better than you is shaping the ball. So straight is not really gonna necessarily happen as far as something on the golf course.
Are you basically saying that Sean should just embrace his big cut and not aim
Yeah.
his cut down
No,
the
just
middle
with
and
my
aim-
driver.
Peel it into the
Aim
Because
to the
middle.
left
I
and maybe
draw
hit it?
my irons. I draw my irons.
The driver is the hardest club to draw. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Draws
said
are
I draw
wild.
my irons.
Okay, great. So you hit a
Yeah.
fade with the driver. Who cares?
Yeah.
I do. I guess.
Right.
That's Panda golf right there, is cut the
pros
driver.
hit the cut shot off the driver.
I
Yeah,
if
the
we're talking
baby
about
fade?
hitting fairways. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add to Panda's thing too. Is like, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to hit a fade because it goes shorter. Okay,
Yeah, for
sure.
And it looks ugly.
Right? Like, why? That's my draw. I'm a left-handed golfer. You're ugly is my beautiful then.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's different the way you're standing over the ball. When you're standing over the ball and it has that nice little right to left and it falls in the. It
so
just
you're
looks
getting
better
emotionally attached
Yeah.
to
to
the
visual stimulation. Yes.
Like,
We call
If you-
that
yeah, if you truly care about your score, you could care less what it does. Like,
I really could care less. I
at
just wanna-
A2P golf. We call that dumpster mentality.
Damn, I need to go dumpster diving then because I got to pull myself out. Shit. But
I mean,
once-
because the beauty of you hitting it only right all the time is you can take the left side out. So you could aim as left as you want. No, you're never going to go left.
unless there's a tree right off the tee box.
Okay, then it's probably back to your 5-iron.
Oh,
Hmm.
course management.
Don't mess with
Okay.
me. We'll get you right.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
You know what, Manny? I don't care what you say about Brad. This guy is a good coach.
Said nothing but great things.
Oh god.
Yeah, see, they can throw me under the bus, but then I throw you.
Thank you, as usual. Panda, were you done with
As
your final
usual.
words?
Stop trying to hit the ball straight. I think the other one that just personally frustrates me is like, if I'm in a lesson with a 15 plus handicap, I'm going to hear the word consistency about 75 times. You're not going to be consistent unless you do the same things time and time again consistently.
And that's
Like-
thought process.
Yeah.
You have to think the same way to be consistent.
Mhm.
You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna try to take this one a little more inside and expect the same result. Like, I wanted to touch on that earlier too. People that are working on their game or getting instruction from wherever you're getting instruction, like, practice and on course are two different mindsets. Practice, you can be more technical, try your 5 different thoughts. Ideally, you don't have that many, but that happens, right? Ideally, when you're in your warm up, if we could say in a perfect world, I think Ben Hogan said this back in the day. He's like, if I have 3 swing thoughts, again, the numbers are different. Like, what's good then versus now. He's like, if I have 3 swing thoughts, I'll shoot 75. If I have 2 swing shot,
Thoughts.
Thoughts?
Shaka Khan.
see, 2's not good either. 2 swing thoughts, you'll shoot 73. 1 swing shot, thought. It's a tongue twister. You'll shoot 71. The idea is,
Last week.
sure, when you put, maybe let's say you had 5 things you're working on, right? And you put them all together, you hit your perfect shot. But then you're going to hit one that's like 50% worse than normal with the 5. If you can, the least you can have, ideally, if you have one thought that takes care of, say, 70%, maybe you don't stuff it, but you're not hitting these big spray balls, that's way better.
Do you think it's maybe that people think too much before they hit and they should allow their body's muscle memory if they've been on the range practicing over and over again with those swing thoughts? Do you think once they get on the golf course, let the body take over and let the mind react?
Yeah.
React as opposed to think.
Let them know another A2P staple. What do we say?
Is react?
Yeah. What are we really calling it?
Oh, we're saying be an athlete.
Be an athlete.
It's an athletic game.
Because, like, when it comes down, we've talked to a couple of football players. We've talked to Super Bowl champions and shit. They say there's no time to think. Your body just reacts. It just reacts to what the training has provided. So on the golf course, it should kind of be the same thing, right? You've already put in the reps. You've already done the time. Once it gets down to the moment, just let your body do all the work and don't think. Is that kind of what you're getting at when you said, hey, if you got 5 swing thoughts, you're shooting a 74. You got 3, you're shooting a 73. You have 1, you're shooting a 71. I mean,
say swing thoughts though after each one. See what happens.
Wait, say that again.
No, I can't.
No, you. Yeah, I did it 3 times. Swing thoughts, swing thoughts, swing thoughts. He's like swing schlock sock. I thought he was choking on the mic. I couldn't tell.
Damn.
But as an athlete, be an athlete. That is a great thing to say. Be an athlete. When you're in the moment, be in the moment. Don't overthink. Right? Is that kind of what you guys were?
Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll hear pros. There's guys that say, you work on something, they'll shank it on the range, right? Nobody wants to say that word, but it's like, because they're trying something different. But when they go to the course, it's not happening because it's a whole different mentality. Like, hey, now I'm playing a game before I'm playing golf swing on the range, trying to work on it. But like, you're going out playing a game.
And it's supposed to be fun.
And we want it to be fun. Yes. Everyone's going to play their best when they're having fun at whatever level.
Yeah.
Like, either way, you're going to have a good day.
Fuck yeah.
Like, who doesn't want to have a good day?
I remember playing soccer when I was a kid, all the practice during the week and then get to the game. I'm not thinking when I'm trying to take the defender's legs out from under him just to get the soccer ball. You know what? I was one of the best defenders in at least my league. I mean, it was fun. It was fun because it was fun. I was reacting. I wasn't thinking.
Yep.
Yes, that is great. I never actually came to me until you said it, Brad.
You just don't get it.
I don't get it. You didn't get it yesterday.
He's like, well, I reacted. That ball still went 50 yards out of bounds right, you bitch.
I know. Well, really appreciate you guys coming on, man. It's been awesome. I mean, there's nothing better than I like to do or talk about as golf.
Hell yeah.
So it's the best thing ever. I mean, if you haven't
played an entire glass of vodka,
if you haven't played golf, you should
Water.
try it, man. It's good, therapeutic, and it just clears your mind, man. And honestly, for life itself, you get mental toughness, and that's something that in golf and in anything you're going to need. So thank you for tuning in to Happy Hour Holidaze. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.